Proctor's Homestead Prepper Pantry pick of the week. Every week we take you shopping with us. We pick out an item and we talk about where it might fit into your long-term food storage pantry. Talk about things like nutritional information, shelf life, and whatnot, and whether it's a good choice, good fit for your pantry. Not everything is. You can see it's a bit of a rainy day in Texas, so we're just doing this inside today. I don't suppose anyone will mind. So we're looking at whole pinto beans. This is whole pinto beans with jalapeno peppers. I'm looking at more as just whole pinto beans, and looked at the nutritional information on it that I want to talk about, but I also want to do a comp because we've been canning our own beans, and I do want to talk about that. Some of the comparison between buying cans of pinto beans and just canning your own pinto beans. You might be surprised. So this was $1.57 for the can of beans. I feel like that's up a little bit, but everything is. It's a 1 pound, 3.7 ounce can of pinto beans, right? 1 pound, 3.7 ounces. It says 5 servings per container, 70 calories per serving, which gives you 350 calories for the can. So if you're tucked away in the bunker, you're just trying to figure out how much food to eat in a day. I'm going with 5 cans. 5 cans gets you to 1750 calories. Costs you $7.85. So when you're looking at the nutritional information, the daily value numbers are based on an average recommended 2,000 calorie diet. Sometimes we lean towards 1,500 calories, which is considered above the starvation level. Certainly your own health and metabolism should dictate how many calories you eat, not some YouTube video. So you got to do what works for you. But I'm saying if you had 5 cans, if you ate 5 cans, that would put you at 1,750 calories. You want to eat 6 cans, you want to eat 4 cans, right? You got to do you. But if you ate 5 cans, that's equal to 25 servings of beans. Now I was a little surprised. I guess I don't know beans very well. That's total fat is 0, total cholesterol is 0. So you would have 0 fat, 0 cholesterol with your 25 servings. Total sodium, as you can imagine, is 9,500 milligrams at 25 servings, 5 cans, 1,750 calories, which is 400% the daily recommended. So you're going to get blasted with sodium. I mean, I think most canned goods, if you're going the canned good route, you're going to get blasted with sodium, right? And some people maybe no big deal, some other people not so much. So you just got to be aware high salt content. So in terms of total carbohydrates, you get 350 grams for 25 servings, which is listed out at 50% of the daily. So 5 cans of beans, you're only hitting 50% of the daily recommended on carbs. So in that sense, in my mind, I'm saying they're kind of low carbs. They're not 0 carbs or anything like that. But if all you ate was beans, you'd only be getting half that daily carb hit, and you'd get 100 grams of protein. So this doesn't give a percentage recommended on protein. A lot of products don't. I've noticed from my research, from looking around, usually between 50 and say 200 grams is a daily recommended. There's a lot of factors on that. But this gives you 100 grams. So, I mean, in that sense, beans are a great protein hit. No fat, no cholesterol, and carbs, you could say I would go with somewhat low just because you're not going to hit your 100% of the daily recommended. Also, you get calcium, iron, and potassium, and this has a 2-year shelf life. So in that sense, not a bad choice for your pantry. 2-year shelf life. You're looking $7.85 if you want to call that a day plus or minus, which isn't the cheapest, but they're certainly convenient, right? It's easy to pick up a can of beans. It's got the pull tab now. You don't even need to know how to use a can opener anymore, and you have food. So if you're looking for food, this is food. 2-year shelf life gives you plenty of time to work it into your meal planner, right? But I want to do a comp. I want to compare against canning your own beans. So we did our own canning project of pinto beans. So we picked up 8 pounds of dry pinto beans. So 8 pounds of dry pinto beans cost you $5 $5.92. If you buy the 20-pound bag at $14.94, if you buy it 1 pound at a time, in our area is $1.24 a pound. It just about doubles the price. But if you get the 20-pound bag, take out 8 pounds, you're paying $5.92 for 8 pounds of pinto beans. We got 24 quarts. We got 24 quarts of pinto beans for $5.92. So that's a lot. That's a lot of beans for $5.92. If you're willing to do it yourself. Obviously, if you don't have the mason jars, you got to pay for those, the lid, the pressure canner, all that stuff. That's not free, but once you've made that investment, we got 24 quarts for $5.92. So how's that comp out? I want to comp that out on the cans. So rather than trying to comp it out on volume or dry weight or liquid measure or any of that, I'm comping it out on calories, right? Because the calories are either there or they're not, regardless of how much water or anything else is in here. It's either has calories or it doesn't. Now this does have jalapeno peppers, onions, tomato paste, salt, soybean oil, and garlic. So the math is not going to be perfect. But dry beans, once again, 74 cents a pound, have 1,300 calories of 1,300 calories, right, in dry beans. So we paid $5.92 for 8 pounds of beans. We got 24 quarts. So that's the caloric equivalent of 25 of these cans. So 24 quarts of homemade beans has the same calorie count as 25 cans of these beans. So actually pretty close can for can. 25 cans of these beans would cost you $39. So it'd be $39 to get the caloric equivalent of 8 pounds of dry beans, which you can get for $5.92. And can yourself. So that's a huge savings, huge price difference. Once again, if you're going to eat a lot of beans or you just want to store a lot of beans, I kind of like beans. As I said, they're good protein source, low fat. You do it yourself, you save a lot of money. I think I said 8x. It's 8 times more expensive to buy the can than it is to just can them yourself. So to me, that's a good tip, right? If you're trying to save a little money and don't mind spending the time to do your own cans, you can save a lot of money. Once again, that's just based on calorie count. How many calories in a pound versus how many calories in the can. So I hope that helps out. That's our prepper pantry pick of the week. Highly recommend. Beans, magical fruit. That's what they say. As always, I hope that helps out. Thank you for watching, and we appreciate you.